You. Welcome. You know what that time it is. Time, brand new episode of another Shitty Opinion podcast. It's your boy John, my co-host Bree, and we here, man. It's a new episode, new week, new episode, new shit to talk about. So it's shit to talk about, but yeah, we got some
There's
stuff.
always shit to talk about, but let's start off with Johnny listening to that Summer Walker.
Oh, well,
give the girls what they want to hear. Do it for the girls.
Listen, you did tell me. I said I'll listen to the album, but in my honest opinion, she had a core audience that she was trying to reach.
Right.
And in my honest opinion, I say like 3 to 4 records are more records that you can say is for everyone. Like records that's more for everyone. But
right.
The theme of that album was clearly to the core audience that she was trying to reach. So I would say the album's not for me, but for those who enjoyed it,
What do you think of the content? What do you think of the content?
Obviously, she was talking about dealing with her real life issues. A lot of when it comes to music, that's what a lot of musicians and artists get their best work is when they're talking about real stuff that's going on.
When they used to do that,
it's slim. It's still. There's still artists that still talk about that, but it's slim. But it's not as the same. More, it's like the content obviously is not. It's dwindled down. You could say dwindled down, but that's where when it comes to the artists and the music is more relatable when people was talking about because in the life we live, everyone has issues. Some worse than others, but everyone has issues. So when you find that artist is talking about their own shit, the fact that they're talking about their shit, it makes them relatable. And then if you happen to relate to the shit they're talking about, that's an added plus to it. But yeah, she obviously had her.
But I think that's what's important, right, Johnny?
Yeah, of course.
When we think back, we think as kids that if I can relate to them, even to this day, if I can relate to something, I want to listen to it. Mm-hmm. Right?
I feel like that's what.
If I can't relate.
I know what I'm saying. I was gonna say, I feel like that's what makes the artist a little more that helps artists become great. I feel like that's something great artists could touch on. It's they could channel that. But yeah.
I'm happy you listened to it. It's not as bad as you thought it was gonna be.
She didn't tell me it's 20 tracks. I listened to 20 tracks.
Because if I knew I would have told you it was 20 tracks, your ass would have told me.
No, but I'm saying I already said I was gonna listen to it. I would have made a joke about it, 20. God damn! When I clicked the album, I scroll. I'm like, let me count how many things. And so I'm like, yo, because you talked about you don't even like listening to 20 records. So that means you must have definitely enjoyed it because it's 20 records. You say you don't even like that.
Right, I don't. So listen to me. I don't really like. I'm a person that gets to the point. Get to the damn point. And when I say get to the point, I mean an album like Neo's. Neo's is almost. Wait, let me not say a wrong number.
Oh, yes.
But Neo's is another long one that I love, but I really can't. The Caterpillar. Yeah, it's 20. That shit. When I first did, I was like, damn, this album's forever. So I took my favorite and made my own little Neo album because that shit was just too much. So for her to be 20 songs, I loved it. I still bump Summer Walker on my way to work. So
I'm saying this album came out 2-3 weeks ago. I could be wrong, 2-3 weeks ago. It's not new, but it's not extremely new, but it's somewhat new because it hasn't been out. I'll say a month or less. It's been out. So
right. But I mean, it was good because what I didn't like was London on the Track. The whole album's for him, and yeah, he got got money on it because he produced some of the shit.
That's how it works, But,
unfortunately,
producers. It's just it just on the outside looking in, it looks a little weird. She's talking about. No, I'm saying is that she's
again. He could have just went in there.
He could have
just went in there and went pew pew, and got. It has to get credit.
I'm saying I'm pretty sure he heard all the music.
Nah,
You don't think so? You don't think he heard all the songs?
I don't think he had anything to do with the music.
No, I'm just saying maybe he didn't have. You probably produced a few. Maybe he has overall on the album. But I'm pretty sure. I think he heard the record, even the one record that.
No, I'm saying he went on Instagram a few weeks ago and said, "Oh, like I'm the first nigga to have a diss track on me, and I get paid for it." So again, he went in there. She said he went in there. He did a few sounds effects, and now he's getting paid for it. It's stupid.
But it is what it is. But that's their life and whatnot. But I did.
It's okay, guys.
You asked me to listen to the album. I'll listen to it. So and I listen to
I'm gonna write a diss track too on all the friends I've lost.
Just fuck it, right? But
no, I'm dead. I'm dead gonna write a diss track. But talking about music and diss tracks, why do I feel like Ashanti gonna put a diss track on Gotti?
That's possible. That's possible. I don't think she'll go that way. It'll be like, it'll be a little petty, obviously, because what the back and forth they're going through or whatnot with the masters. But you could have put.
And she said no. She had that conversation, and I guess it's still some bad blood between her and Gotti, even though Ja Rule has gotten his masters. They won't give Ashanti hers. And then DJ Envy went to go ask her, like, do you feel like Ja should pick a side? Should it be, should he be on your side or, on Gotti's side? And she was like, no, he always feels like he's in the middle because that's his bro and I'm his sis. And that's what it is. So, Johnny, my question to you is, should Ja pick a side?
Nah.
And if so, hold on. And if so, because he got his masters, should Gotti give Ashanti her masters? Since they were all under the same label.
I understand that point for the fact that obviously he gave Dick, but we don't know the real, people reveal certain things that take place behind the scenes, but we don't know the real cause of the friction and why it's not going the way to the outside world, why it's not going. But to the point is like, all right, Ja Rule got his masters. Is it because they're still cool, whatnot? And is he not giving her masters because they had a fallout and that's playing a big role to it? Or is just other factors behind the scenes that's playing a role to it? Or is just, I guess, the price? He has a price for it and she's not trying to get it for that price, and that maybe cause a fact. There's other factors that's into it, but I don't think he should pick a side because obviously that's two people that he's very close to. They was on the same label. They've made tons of money together. They're all close, but obviously them two have fallen out. So it's like he's still good with both. So obviously they conversate, they chime with each other. But I think he should stay neutral in that situation and just let everything play out because it'll play out and whatever's best for all parties involved, I feel like it'll be resolved and go that way. That's how I feel about that.
So as I'm watching the interview, it's a little upsetting. Do I think Josh should pick a side? No, I think he should choose what's right. That's it. Whichever he thinks is right, he should be on that side. That doesn't mean Ashanti or Gotti's side. Nobody, that's for him to determine who's right and who's wrong. Right. I think the problem here is people keep asking her because Gotti gave Ja his masters, should he give Ashanti her masters? No, because we don't know if he has gotten his money back for what he put in.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And because Ja and him are still close, I don't think Ja would ever take Gotti out of the business part. I don't think Ja would ever not give Gotti his credit on producing and help building his career. I think once Ashanti gets her shit, it's over for Gotti. Like his money stops, his production stops, his glory stops for making Ashanti. Do you understand what I'm saying?
As artist,
Right. So he starts making money. I don't think it's a personal decision. I think it's a financial decision. I think it makes sense to me that he's making a financial decision on the sense that, listen, the minute Ashanti get her masters, is over for my income on this particular artist that I helped build. So it's always going to be personal between them, and that's what happens when you mix business with pleasure. But again, as a businessman or a business person, I wouldn't want to give any artist back their masters unless they fucking pay me what I want. It's still gonna give me the production income part of it. Like it has to be some kind, and I don't think she's doing that. I think she just wants her shit and to walk away from Murder Inc. And I don't think Gotti's gonna get.
There's nothing wrong with that, because realistically, I feel like all artists own their masters. But obviously,
you shouldn't own your masters if you did not create it yourself. If you had other moving parts that made that shit great, why should you then have the masters completely? Like that baffles me.
No, I understand that point, but when it all comes down to it, the biggest name you will see when it comes to that is the artist's name, and whatever else it'll be the artist's name.
I think when it comes to Murder Inc., Johnny, it just, her name just did not ring. It was the Murder Inc. And again, yes, Ashanti had a few songs, but again, Ashanti had Ja Rule, she had Lloyd, she had this, she had that. Again, she had that Murder Inc. influence where you can't tell me when you think of Ashanti, you didn't think of Murder Inc.
No, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, even with her getting the masters back, if he produced the record or whatnot, if he had other things, he's still gonna get some type of royalties off of it.
I don't think he's gonna get the same royalties that he's getting now.
No, obviously not. It won't. It definitely won't be the same. He's getting more because he owns it, but he'll still get some because if I produce a record and it's you own the masters to it, I still get a credit, so I can still get a percentage of the royalty because I produced it, depending on how you contract it. Because when it comes to contracts and stuff like that, people don't really be rooting for a person. So you don't know what agreements they've made, what deals are set, but he'll get a percentage. It's just owning the masters, you get a bigger chunk of the royalties because you own it. So giving up the masters gives you up a big chunk of it, but he'll still be getting royalties from shit he helped out, because at the end of the day, he still helped. So some of the stuff he helped create, like you said, producing wise and stuff like that, he's gonna get royalty. It's just it'll be a much bigger debt from the royalties that he's been getting from Ashanti. But I feel like each artist should get their masters and should own their masters. Because I feel like realistically, that's what keeps you artists free from, labels and stuff like that. When you own your masters, that's basically for the most part, you're truly independent. Because you own it, you could do.
But you weren't independent when you needed this team, and that's where I think you're missing. You're not independent when you needed that team to bring you through. Like, so okay, I get it. Like, you're the artist, but you're not the only artist in the room. So you had other people putting their hands in, making you great, saying, no, this ain't gonna work for you. You need to do this. And especially in that beginning of her career, again, Ashanti became Ashanti through Murder Inc. We saw her glow up through Murder Inc. And I just feel like it's foul. I get it. You want your masters. This is your music. Okay, cool. But I think there's a way to go about it. And I'm tired of people being like, well, Gotti gave Ja, but we don't know the deal Gotti and Ja made. Do you understand what I'm saying? And because
he gave it to him doesn't mean he gave it to him for free, you know?
Right.
He gave it to him, yeah, but he
but what I'm saying to you is that because of that brotherhood, we don't know like the agreement they made. All I'm saying to you is it's irritating watching, and especially DJ Envy being fucking messy, like always. But it's whack to see like, okay, well, you know, Ja got his. Are you upset you didn't get yours? Like, what? Do you know the deal that Ja and Gotti made?
Well, what I would say
Gotti seems like a businessman. Like,
you know what I'm saying? What I would say is he could have asked the question way much better than that. Because realistically, you never know. She could feel that could be a part of it. Like, damn, he got his shit. Why I ain't get my shit? She could probably, not saying she does, but she could have been feeling that way too. But the way he asked it, he could ask it way much better. And it probably, you know, would have came off better. But he just went straight to it like, you know, are you mad? You got his, you don't got yours? But he could ask that question much better. Much better. But, you know, we're sticking to music. Obviously, it's something we talked about, you know. And it's changed the way people have been looking at shows since this incident. But, you know, the Astroworld incident, you know, Travis Scott, everybody's looking at it differently. Now, you know, he's being removed from shows. He got removed from Coachella. He got removed from the lineup. He asked another place to perform for, like, and supposedly he offered that he'll work for free. He'll perform. They don't got.
It was a Coachella.
Was it Coachella? Then who? Oh, was it Rolling Loud that dropped him, and he offered to perform at Coachella?
No, Coachella dropped him, and then he went back and asked Coachella, "Can he?"
Oh yeah.
And he'll do it for free.
The music festival dropped him.
No, Coachella dropped him. Johnny.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, you're right. I'm bugging. You're right. Coachella is the music festival. Coachella Music Festival.
Coachella is, but nobody knows it as a music festival.
It is.
Nobody knows it as.
No. Yes. You're correct. Everyone knows it as Coachella.
Right.
Coachella. But.
Which you wouldn't catch me there, but okay.
Mm-hmm. No, you're completely right. But he offered.
I am completely right. I will not be at Coachella.
That's for the people that's into that, you know? Like,
I'm not into that. I was a global citizen and I won't do that again either.
That's what I'm saying. Some people was into going to shows, big shows with big crowds and stuff like that. That's what certain people was into. But
I get why they wouldn't want him there. Unfortunately,
I'm not gonna lie, he's just gotta give it some time because he's still gonna perform how he performs. I don't think his performances are gonna
change. Yeah, it is gonna change.
Think so?
I believe 100% he gonna dial down a lot. This has woken him up to a point where I feel like now his concerts, his performances are gonna be way too. Did you see that clip of Trey of
clip of who?
Tory Lanez.
Oh, singing, telling him not to fight?
Because he ain't got enough shit going on. I promise you.
That too, but I'm not gonna lie. People fight at shows. People just go to events and people fight. It's just like, you know, alcohol, influence. People be under influence and stuff happens. But, you know, I think what happened with Astroworld.
That wasn't a fight in the Astroworld.
Obviously, no. I'm just saying. I'm talking about in events in general. But I think the way that what happened at Astroworld has other artists like approaching their shows are much different. To like that happens, so it's like other artists or like artists, especially like Tory Lanez, who's been in the name, he has his name in the news, some negative stuff surrounding his name. He's gonna try to keep all his shows as clean as he can because all he doesn't need for unnecessary shit for him. So that's what I'm saying. Astroworld to certain artists is gonna wake them up. It's like make sure everything goes well, because in life shit don't go well.
So Johnny, if Astroworld is gonna wake up other people in the music world, why wouldn't it wake up Travis Scott? He's the one going through this shit. Of course, his performances ain't gonna be the same.
No, that's what
Johnny. It ain't going. I'm not saying his music's not gonna be the same. I'm saying the way he goes about performing, the way he hold down a whole concert is gonna be different. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different.
Well, I was say it's definitely gonna be different. But my point was, I'm saying he's probably just gonna tone down a lot of it. He's gonna try to. That's something he's gonna have to deal with, and like going further, because whenever they allow him to perform again, because none of these venues are trying to book him right now, because they're playing the scare game. Like they're not trying to be liable for nothing. They trying to not like this. So what I'm saying is, obviously, he's definitely gonna tone it down. It's just I feel like it's gonna take away, because even though that performance went severely bad, but that is like that's the type of artist he is. It's like the energy he brings, that's part of his performance, and I
just don't think he's gonna bring that same energy, John.
It's just gonna be a little. I'll say it's just gonna be a little difficult. I'll say it'll be a little difficult, because I don't think I understand him toning it down a tad bit, but I don't see him doing a complete switch up. Cause
I do.
Maybe he will, but I don't think he'll do a complete switch up, due to the fact that that's like when it comes to performances, that's all he's known. He's always doing some energy, something outlandish, or like that rave energy. That's what he wants from his crowd. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know if he's gonna. That's what I'm saying. He's in a difficult position, because I don't know how long he'll be. Because I won't say banned, but
he gonna be banned for a while. He went on that interview he did with Charlamagne the God, and said it wasn't his fault. Now, was it your fault? Probably not. Are you the face of that concert? 100%. Should you, as an artist, be in charge of how many people are in, how the gate is secure? Should you be checking on this stuff and not leaving it to other people? Yes, because you know you are the face of this production, right? So because I know if I own a business, right? And it's raining outside. I'm gonna give you an example. And it's raining outside, right? It is not for me to tell my workers, hey, make sure the floor is mopped, make sure. It is for me, even though I told them, it's for me to still go behind them and check off my list. Because God forbid somebody falls in that store, it doesn't fall on them, it falls on me. So that's why people are saying this is his fault. Not because as a performer, you're supposed to stop your performance. What people are saying is you're supposed to check off certain shit off your list, even if they said they did it, because this is your shit. And him not taking responsibility for that, that's the shit that's fucking him up. And I'm just being honest, John.
No, I understand that. I feel like, but realistically, legally, I feel like he can't even. He's saying what he's supposed to say legally. You can't admit fault. Once you admit fault, obviously he's facing a whole bunch of lawsuits. So you can't admit to thing. They'll find him liable, and then he's gonna have to pay out a whole bunch of money.
Regardless, Johnny, he's gonna pay a bunch of money.
Maybe
Travis is okay.
Maybe I think the venues, and like everything that was behind that is definitely gonna have to cough up some money. But maybe that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like I feel like he has some blame to do with how he has some blame in it, but he doesn't have the full blame. But it's just something that went severely left, and it's like now you're seeing the effects of it. It's gonna be very difficult for him for the time being, because I don't know how long this will last. But it's these venues that's trying to play it safe and they're not trying to be caught up in no lawsuits or whatnot. They're not trying to have what happened there. What happened there most likely won't ever happen again. Chances of something happen to that, of that nature won't it's not happening. But no venue's trying to be the next one. Like we know what happened, and then we book him, and some shit happens again. They definitely gonna crucify us because we already seen what happened over there, and then we the first to book him, and then shit happens with us. They're gonna probably crucify us more, even if it was bad, not as bad as the previous incident. But they're probably gonna crucify us more because we already know what's happened. Everyone knows what happened. So, but like I said, I think he'll tone it down. But him doing a complete 360 on how he performed, I don't see that, because that's part of it. Like the way he performs is a part of him. But he's in a difficult place in his career at the moment. He's because realistically,
he just needs to stop performing and trying to perform for a little while. Like, I don't even understand why you trying to do for free shows. Like, stop. Just stop for a little bit. Let these people mourn, and then we come back to this.
I think he's someone who really likes to perform, and I feel like he's trying to get back out there and have like a solid, great show to really take, like, not downplay, but like to show like what happened there is a tragedy, but that was like a one-off. No shit like that's ever happening again. Look at how like it went with this performance. I feel like that's why he's trying his best to get like shows to show like my audience is not like that. That was just a very, very terrible tragedy. My performance is not like that. He's trying to showcase it.
That's bullshit, Johnny, because all his other shows, when you watch the documentary of Travis Scott's Astro before, this wasn't the first time. This is the first time it ever got to this point, but it wasn't the first time it got violent on one of his shows. I'm just listen, I'm just saying he needs to sit down and not perform for a little bit. Like, it's okay.
I agree with you. I think he should take a break. Like, listen.
He's about to have another baby. He got all these lawsuits. He needs to sit down for a little bit.
Take a little break. Because realistically, this break might even help him more, because when that first show that he gets booked for, I feel like a lot of people still gonna show up, even with the tragedy. A lot of people still gonna show up, and he could bounce back from that. But I think he should take the break for now. Like, just take the break, take like a little hiatus from performing. You can still do music, you can do whatever you want to do. But I think performing, just take a little hiatus. But that's something he loves to do. So,
right,
it's just. What happened, and it's just very unfortunate. Now he's got to deal with the after effects of it, and his performances. No one wants to book him at the moment because what happened? No one wants their venue, their place of business, to have something like along the lines of that, or close to it, or even worse than that. Not saying it'll happen, but in this world, anything can happen. He'll be alright. He'll be alright.
He's rich. Of course he'll be alright.
As I say, he'll be alright. He's good. Well, I'm not gonna say all that because he still gotta live with everything that took place. But he'll be fine. And I don't think that's gonna last long. I think he'll be getting the show. Not in the too distant future. He'll be getting the show, and it'll be a concert. Basically, you could say hosted by Kanye. Well, Ye. and Drizzy Drake. So they put on the performance. People definitely those tickets sold out as soon as those shits came out. I watched a good portion of it on Amazon. They're streaming it on Amazon.
It was funny. So I didn't watch it. I watch clips. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big fan of y'all already know of Ye. Well, no, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan, but I'm not of this Ye. I'm a big fan of like college graduate. Yeah.
Okay.
Family business, that type of Ye. Okay, but I am a fan of the fuckery and the foolery. So as I was watching my little clips, this nigga told Kim Kardashian, he want her back.
Oh yeah,
The next day,
he said that in the song. That took place in in the beginning of the
right.
concert.
Then she went and filed to be legally single to help get a divorce. I'm laughing because he's an idiot. So this teaches him you can't just say anything you want to say, Johnny. This is the problem with people. You just can't say things, right? And then you think people are gonna just be like, because you Ye, okay, I forgive you. He done talk about her wanting an abortion. He done talked about her family calling the psych ward on him. He said some things.
That's real shit to him, though. That's like that's shit.
But who are you to spill that out? You're not the person. First of all, that is very personal. That is a personal choice a female can make on her own.
And I'm not disagreeing with nothing.
Right.
I'm saying I'm not disagreeing with that. But what I say is, we talked earlier, that's something that he's an artist. He channels real life.
You can't channel shit that didn't happen to shit that doesn't when you okay.
Let me happen to him, but he had to. He still had to.
He waited to recently to say that shit. He could have said that years ago. He waited. He's so. How do I say this? He's so narcissist that listen. I think it was funny that he did that, and then the next day she literally went to the courthouse and was like, "Can I file legally single, until the divorce is final?" So I'm not with him. It's in the court system that she and Kanye are not together. They are broken up. They just don't have the financial and the cars and the kids settled.
Stuff, yes.
But I find it funny.
Nah, I seen that. I was like, oh man, he done pissed off when I seen that. I was like, oh, she found single, but that's something personal to him, and as an artist, he's expressing himself in the best way he knows how to with the music. He was, he was performing the song, and then at the end, he said, "Run back to me." That's what he said. "Run back to me, Kimberly." That's what he said.
Yeah. Even though that song was originally to.
What's crazy? I seen that on the shade room. I seen they were saying people was talking about that, and then you scroll all the way to the last side. It's Kanye talking about, but he was performing in Philadelphia, so that's where Amber Rose from. So she's from Philly, so obviously he was trying to cater to the hometown crowd. I don't know if that song's really about her, but he said it in that scenario. He said it. If he was in a different crowd, would he have said it? I don't know. So that's why I was saying I don't know if it was really about her, but it did come out his mouth. But I think where he was at played a huge role of him saying that. And then, he just said, he said what he said. But I thought the performance was cool. But I was going to spend too much time watching it. But
I'm so surprised. I think it was like 2 hours.
I think it was like 2 hours long. I don't know.
Cause it was fuckery.
Yeah, Kanye. Kanye was playing records too. But I feel like that's just something. It's cool that they streamed it. Pretty much more people probably enjoyed it. But I think that's just something one of those things that you just have to be there. You probably really enjoyed it more. It was one of those you just had to be there and you enjoy it more. In my honest opinion. Well, I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool. The portion I watched, I didn't finish the whole thing, but I watched. You know what's, you know what's crazy? As I was watching it, I had to like, cause I was watching it on my phone, so I left the app, went to do something, and it's like I thought that shit was gonna be like maybe I don't know if the stream was. I don't know how long the overall concert was, but the stream was like 2 hours. But on the app was saying that shit was gonna be like 8 hours. I don't think they did that. But I looked at that, I'm like, I hope this shit not that. That played a role in me. I'm like, yeah, I'm not. It was like that long. I was not watching it. But I don't
Who
think
watching a concert for 8 hours?
I was saying I think that was just a glitch in the app. Like you
Because
know,
8 hours is too much of Drake and Kanye. Listen, it's too much.
I think that's too much
I
for
don't even.
any artist. Any like
Let me say something.
any artist.
I don't even think their beef was real, and then it looked like they didn't have no beef. The friendship looked like just a friendship. It looked fake to me. That's my opinion. It looked fake to me. So I wasn't gonna waste my time to watch the whole thing. I watch important clips. I watched North dancing. She danced like a little white girl. I thought that was funny. Other than that, I mean, I hope
It wasn't
Larry
that
Hoover
cool.
comes out. I
Oh,
hope it frees Larry.
I think the next day the FBI is shocked that they hosted a free Larry Hoover concert because they said he's one of the worst criminals. That was their statement on the concert.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that was their response to the concert. But moving on, you know you brought up you're not with watching the fuckery, but we got some entertainment. At this point, I don't even know why when it comes to like social media stuff and whatnot, people even attempt to go back and forth with 50. I don't understand why people attempt. Like, I feel like that's something he really looks forward to. Like, I wonder who's gonna say some shit about me today. Who got fuck up through the social media shit. And
Johnny, you want to explain what you're talking about?
no, 50 verse Madonna. I find it very entertaining and funny. Did you see her response?
Okay, so let's go back. So Madonna posted a picture,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
50 comment on the picture.
No, he reposted the picture. 50 posted a picture on his page.
He reposted it and he made a
yes. He made his caption. Yes.
Right. Then she
wrote something. She posted something in response.
And then he responded to her.
No, then he apologized. No. I think the apology came first. I'm not sure.
Right, the apology came first.
And then she responded to his apology. She responded to his apology.
Right, because
yes.
Because 50, 50 don't know how to apologize. But and what I'm about to say is about to shock you, Johnny. I don't think 50 was wrong. Okay. So he reposted it. But when you post stuff on social media, that's you giving, unfortunately, especially if you like an artist, that's you giving the right for other people to repost, either whether it's good or bad.
Oh yeah. Once you post something publicly,
right, you have no control.
Someone's broken comment. Yes.
To me, I don't think 50 was wrong. He didn't say nothing too crazy where I'm like, damn, 50, that's disrespectful. He made a joke, and it's not his fault that your self-esteem is low. So here's my problem. Then she went and posted to his, like, after he reposted her picture, she then went to post a picture of them years ago. I mean, years of fucking go. Of them like taking the pictures together. Like that shit didn't even make sense. I'm like, what the fuck does that gotta? He didn't say he dislikes you or he don't fuck with you. He made a joke, and you're that fucking sensitive. You're motherfucking Madonna. Like, you're that sensitive, dude. Somebody needs to cradle your ass. Like, that shit just didn't even make sense. It was stupid. And I agree with 50. Like, it was nothing that he did that was like, oh my God.
No, that's true. But then, what you call it? I don't know what that was. She had the filter on, and she was like, then she was trying to respond to him, talking about all the stuff, and she had the filter on. If you watch it, like it will, the eye filter will go out in and out every once in a while, so you'll see a real eye, filter eye, real eye, filter eye. I don't know what, but then that was the response. Then 50 made a whole little clip, and he put that little parts of that into the clip that he made, and he's just talking to her. So
again, like you said, knowing you're going against 50, knowing he's not gonna stop until you stop.
Basically. And,
so
and he still might not stop. He still might keep it going. He might stop just when he feels like it.
That's the only thing I don't like about him, is that he's mad extra. But again, you should have just left it. It wasn't like he did the most. You doing the most. Like, you're motherfucking Madonna. Chill out. Like, relax. But again, I get it. I get it. We live in a very sensitive motherfucking time where.
But I found all that shit entertaining.
You sneeze next to somebody and they get offended. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? It's just too much. Like, you can't even be offensive. Like, it can't even be funny no more. I was reading somewhere where, right? I'm giving you an example, right? I was reading somewhere where, I don't know if you ever watched The Office, but if you did, Steve Carell said, they saying that it should be a reboot. He's like, the reboot won't last in these times because people won't take Stephen Carell's jokes.
The
because
jokes
it
that worked then most likely not gonna work now.
But it's just, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like,
a couple of shows wouldn't be as successful. They would have to adjust with the times. Something like some shows, not all. Because I was saying, like, some shows could still channel certain jokes, and the love that show has gotten would still persevere through these times. But for the most part, if you have some jokes that you think questionable, or wouldn't fly today, it's not going to work out how you want it to, so you will have to adjust. But I don't know. I found that a little back and forth entertaining. It was funny to me because it's like it's dead ass over nothing. Over nothing. Okay. This might be one of the most interesting things I read. And when I read this, I was just going through the comments, seeing what people were saying, just going through like how other people felt about it. But so supposedly Georgia's starting this program where they will be giving Black women $850 a month. I believe the program is supposed to take effect in 2022. Supposed to.
All right. So I looked up so many articles about this, and I didn't understand. So this is what one of the most liable articles I found of explaining what it is. So basically, it's a new guaranteed income pilot would give hundreds of dollars per month to poor Black women in Georgia in the efforts to improve their financial stability and mental health and tackle the racial wealth gap. The program called In Her Hands will give about $850 in monthly cash, no strings attached, to up to 650 Black women for 2 years. Launching early next year and distributing more than 13 million, is poised to be one of the most largest guaranteed income pilot programs in the U.S.
So yeah, so they're doing it for 2 years, so they'll be getting $850 a month from 2022.
Where do I sign up?
From 2024. But yeah, so they're about to.
I need mental stability, and I need to tackle my health.
I'll say you better take your talents to Georgia for 2 years and come back. Take your talents out there and come back.
Yeah.
Get yourself.
I'm good.
But I was just like, I seen people saying like, what about the men? Comments like that, But hey, that's the program. That's the thing on.
I think the problem here is that it's not a gender thing. I think we need to stop doing that. It's not a gender thing. It's just most of the time women are raising kids on their own, right? So if you look in, especially the statistics in Georgia, a lot of, unfortunately, the women are raising kids on their own, right? So with that being said, I feel like they just need an extra push,
There's
right?
nothing wrong with that. Like, for those that will be in, as people that get in that will be in need. It's not like they're giving money away to people that don't need it. They're giving the money to people that need it, so that will definitely help them out. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
dope
well,
program, but
I don't understand this. So you're not getting taxed on this. You can't write this off. You can't receive this back. So this is just $800, $850 just for.
it's just a little boost, to help out. You're struggling.
No, I get that, Johnny. But if you okay, so let's say you have 6 kids, you can't write this off in your taxes. You can't really do much with this.
Yeah.
So how does that help you in the long run after the 2 years?
If used wisely, don't blow it, it'll help
But
out.
again, they don't tell you. They don't. So basically, they don't tell us.
Don't tell us
If these women are working, if they have jobs. So let's think about this.
Yes. Okay.
Right. Let's think about this. If you got 6 kids, don't have a job, and you still got to pay bills, $850 really isn't closing that gap. I know the living in Georgia is cheaper, but I don't think it's that cheap.
I could be that cheap. I'm saying I could be wrong. You said the information is not out, but I would say is most likely they're probably gonna give it to women who are working, who are struggling, that are working, because I think it's supposed to be like an extra set of income. Like you have the income that you got, and obviously you're struggling with the income you have, and this is supposed to be another set of income to help boost you with your other income, and it's supposed to combine both incomes. That way you could be able to provide. I think that's the route they're taking. And I believe they're not just gonna give this money to the unemployed. This is to employed women who are struggling. I think that's how they envisioned it, and that's how it's gonna come out. So it's just an extra boost of income. So you already have income. It's just times is hard. Income is not doing the income you have is not doing it. Here, take this boost. Now you have this extra boost to go with what you're already doing. Keep it going. I think that's what they envision, and that's their plan.
Gotcha.
But we'll pay attention to it as it says it'll go in effect in 2022. So
we'll definitely touch back on that.
We'll definitely look back at it. So when it's affects, like when the first the women that get their checks, they'll probably reveal more information if more information is not revealed before then. But we'll definitely know, because I'm pretty sure once that first check comes in, someone will be posting about it, and it'll definitely most likely make shade room and people will talk about it. But but I think the way I said, I think that's how they envision it. We'll see how it goes. But there's nothing wrong with a little help. Everyone needs a little help here and there. Nothing wrong with a little help. But talking about help, oh man, this actor, man, he needs some help. Holy man. Well, it's not. I don't understand why all this shit played out. I feel like all that shit could have been avoidable. Like that whole.
Are we
talking
about Jesse? We talking about Jesse Smollett?
Smollett, yes.
He's really small right now. Listen, he a few years ago did said call 911 on a hate crime of being beat up and called homophobic slurs in Chicago on a very cold today
And
by two
white men,
right.
two white men, and they had MAGA hats on, "Make America Great Again" hats on.
Right.
That was the story.
So I knew he was lying from the beginning because if you ever visit Chicago, I've been to Chicago even in the summertime. It's kind of chilly. So you go in the damn middle of the winter, it's fucking cold. I've been in the Chicago in the cold. It's nothing to play about. And I haven't been in the cold, but I've been in the cold. And even then, you're like, it's freaking freezing, right? With that being said, I don't know nobody who's out in Chicago in the middle of
winter. It was like
so I knew he was
2
lying.
in the morning.
Right, I knew he was lying. And plus they had a winter advisory. You couldn't even go outside. It was a curfew time. So I knew he was lying. But
wait. Another key fact. She said he was going to Subways at 2 in the morning. Subways don't. Unless
don't diss Subways. Don't diss Subways. You always gotta diss something. Subways is that shit.
No, I said Subways is not open at 2 a.m.
You don't know that.
Maybe over there it is, but from my knowledge, that shit don't be open at that time of the night. Or not open over here at that time of the night.
If it was open in White Plains when we was in college, I would have went to Subway instead of going to Kennedy's.
At 2 a.m.? Yeah, I would have went. I definitely would have went to Subway. I fucked with Subway. I'm just saying. He said he was going to Subways at 2 a.m. I'm like, well, I haven't been to Chicago, so I don't know if their Subways is open that late. But from my knowledge, Subways over here be closed by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
Well, we asked Devin because he's from Chicago. We asked Devin, but all I know
it's probably closer to what I'm saying is not open at that time. But yeah.
All I'm saying to you is that I knew he was lying, but I think a lot of people gave him the benefit of the doubt, and everybody was like, hate crime. Oh my God, whatever the case may be. Here's my problem, right? What's the punishment for putting your own hate crime? For creating your own hate crime.
It's
all jokes aside,
it's basically he filed a fake report basically. So he got found guilty on all 5 counts. So all the 5 counts he was charged with, he got charged for. Let me see real quick. Possible. Please. Most likely,
I don't see it.
I'll say the maximum probably has to be like 5 years. Like something I don't like. He found guilty on 5 out of 6 counts of disorderly conduct, a Class 4 felony, alleging he falsely reported to police that he was a victim of a hate crime attack. Oh damn, he got charged with a felony, so I
see that.
But
for creating your own hate crime.
It said Class 4 felonies carry penalties of 1 to 3 years in prison, but also probation and conditional discharge. I don't think he's gonna go to jail. It's just something he's gonna have to live with if he was found guilty. I don't think he's gonna serve any time. I could be wrong. If he serves time, I'll say he serves at least 1 year, but I don't think he's gonna serve time.
He shouldn't. All he did was create his own hate crime on himself.
Yeah, it's like people just think like, oh, you just some stupid shit. Nah, go to jail. Like you just some stupid shit. But I don't think.
Well, what they?
It was unnecessary. Why would you orchestrate a fake hate crime? What was you trying to get out of it? Like. what was you trying to get out of this? What was you trying to do? He still proclaims his innocence, but it's just This whole story got holes poking into, like they poked whole stories, and we know for a fact he did not get attacked by no white man. So once that's out the window,
Don't judge him, Johnny.
I'm not. Listen, everyone makes mistakes. He made a mistake, but he's an entertainer. His mistakes a little more like people will
maybe he didn't make a mistake.
People will joke about it. It's just looking at it like what, why, like why, like you could have just went on just did what you thought you was gonna get out of it, like literally what you thought by orchestrating this. What was the benefit of orchestrating it? What was the benefit? That's what I'm saying. Like
you get publicity. You always say this is your favorite line. Good publicity, whether bad publicity is publicity. That's what you say. That's what you say. So why are you asking why he did it? He did it because he wanted publicity. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, he did. So he did it for clout and got exposed, and now he got found guilty. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
did I say it right? Publicity.
But I'm just saying, like, for all that, he could have went a different route. If you want to clout chase or try to create some type of clout, you could have went.
You can't tell me how to clout chase.
Obviously not. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think he's going to jail, but when you're facing jail time,
white people have done worse.
People in general, just when it comes to clout chase, people just do some dumb shit.
Listen, Johnny.
But I agree with you. I'm not trying to be like, like hard on him, but it's just like I was still just trying to comprehend what was the thought process and trying to do whatever it is he did, but it just didn't work out. At the end, he got found guilty, but I don't think he's gonna go to jail. I think it's just something that
he needs to.
He'll it's something he'll probably be embarrassed about. And he'll be the butt of a few jokes for a few years, but it's nothing serious. It'll go away. It's nothing major. It caused him from getting. He got fired off Empire due to the incident.
That shit was ending soon, anyways.
True, but I'm just saying. I don't think he was able to. I don't know if he came back. I didn't even finish watching Empire. I stopped watching it like in the middle of the shit, but. He'll be over this, like it'll be back in the time, like when it's all said and done, there's something he'll probably laugh at. If he's not laughing about it right now, there's something he'll laugh at, but I don't think he's gonna go to jail. It's just one of the funny stories, and that chapter has finally come to a close. He's been found, guilty, but once he's sentenced, it'll be the official closing of this chapter, this saga, this story. But for the most part, the story is closed. We're just waiting to see what they're gonna put him in jail or not. And when they do that, it's the end of this, and I think he'll bounce back. I think he'll bounce back from this, but it's just people just gonna look at it as like a joke, like what the fuck? Because a lot of people rooted for it to. Like they felt sorry for him, sympathetic, empathetic, like they really felt that for him. So once it started to come out that he might be lying, a lot of people was rooting for him not to be found as a liar. But then as the story continued, but with that, it is what it is, But we're doing something new this week. Doing something new with the ASO, Another Shitty Opinion podcast. We're doing something new. So what we're going to do this week, we're going to talk about 4 current shows that we are currently watching. So you're going to get 4 of Bree's shows. You're going to get 4 of my shows. And we're just going to, talk about what we are currently watching. What is the cast of the ASO currently watching? What's our 4 shows that we're watching? So do you want to come out with the whole 4-to-1 list?
Yeah, because I know me. And because me and you don't watch nothing similar, I might judge you. And I don't want to interrupt you. So I'm going to do my...
I watch a lot. I watch everything.
So I'm gonna do 4 shows, and then you could do 4 shows.
So you want to like how you want to do it? Like that's what I'm saying. You want to go 4, 3, 2, 1. Like I go 4, you go 4, 3, 3, 2, 2.
No, I'm gonna go 4, my 4, and then you can go your 4.
So do you want to start it off? That's fine. You want to start it off?
Okay.
Start it off. So you want to
So,
start it off? Okay.
My first show that I watched,
Mm-hmm.
okay, is Sister Wives.
Sister Wives.
Do you not know what that is?
I feel like I've heard of Sister Wives.
So it's on TLC. It comes on Sunday at 10 o'clock. Free advertisement for Sister Wives. It's basically this one man. He has 4 wives, and they go through so much drama. And currently, recently, and he has like 20 something or close to more than 20 something kids. With each wife, he has like, except for one wife, he has 1 kid. But the other 3, he has like 8 kids each. Big family. But listen. So recently, only plural marriages are not legal in the United States. So you can only be legally married to 1 woman. The other women are basically, you have ceremonies for them, but they're not really like marriages legally. One of the wives have left him. So the show is crazy right now because now he only got 3 wives and shit. So I'm into that. That's my shit. I faithfully watch that. If I miss an episode, I'll be pissed. And my husband got it recorded for me. My second show is 90 Day Fiance. Also comes on TLC. Is my shit.
I definitely heard of it. Dev has talking about it, and Ed definitely watches it. So they be conversing with each other about 90 Days. So I know about that.
Right. It just came back yesterday. So we on a new journey with these new lovers, and I love it because they're so stupid, but it's so entertaining. Okay, that's my show. Johnny, you gotta catch up on 90 Day Fiance. You gotta stop playing games. It's a beautiful show. My third show is New Hampshire Dam, which is a show that comes on ABC. It is a doctor show, which I don't really like hospital shows, but that one is really good.
You said New Hampshire Dam, right?
Yeah.
I watched that.
Oh, you watched that?
Did I watch that? That's the when it comes on NBC, right? It's NBC.
Yeah.
Well,
he basically lost his wife, and then he's raising his daughter. He's also the president of the hospital, which is
yeah. I watched it. That's my guy. He was on the blacklist, and he left the blacklist, and he went to New Amsterdam after. But yeah,
I don't know what the blacklist is.
That's a good show. That's not like it, but I was show the guy, the main character from New Amsterdam was on blacklist. Then he went to New Amsterdam. But yeah, I watched New Amsterdam. I was like, I heard you say the name. I'm like, yo, why that sound familiar? Oh, I did watch that show. I'm a little behind, but yeah, I watched New Amsterdam.
But what's Blacklist?
Blacklist is basically a show about this guy who is like, he used to be like a government asset, I think CIA or whatever, or FBI, and he went rogue. So he disappeared and he became like one of the world's top criminals. But he comes back. He seeks out a specific agent, and with her help, he basically helps solidify his criminal empire, but at the same time he's helping the FBI take out top criminals. So he's helping like himself build himself up while he's helping the cops take people off the board. It's good. I fucks with
it sounds like a lot that I just don't have time for.
But
it sounds like it's.
I want to say they have all the seasons on Netflix, and it's currently.
But it sounds like it's gonna get me anxious.
All I can say is you give it a try. If you like it, roll with it. If you don't, no, it's not for you. You know, just be like that. What's your fourth show?
So it's a Disney show, but don't judge me, guys. I do have a kid. I mean, he don't watch it with me, but so I do have Disney Plus, and sometimes my sister would tell me like, "Oh, go watch this on Disney Plus," and I'm just like, "Okay," and then I watch it, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm hooked." So it's called Doggy Camille Ola MD. So she's basically like a animal doctor, but it's so good. It's like really, really good. is basically I wouldn't let Dorian watch it because it's on Disney Plus, but it's not really for his age group.
It's still child friendly, but you feel like this is just a little.
Yes.
A
little bit.
Just a little too advanced for a younger kid.
Right. Okay. Right. But it's the show. It's amazing. I love it. We watch it. And listen, all 4 of my shows are go watch. They entertaining as hell. And they're fun. So
that's cooler. That's cooler. But I feel like at least one of my shows. But I'll put currently watching number 1, Power Book 2, Ghost Season 2. That's what I'm currently watching. Gotta stick with that. This past week's episode, yeah, shit just gonna get more interesting. I don't know. I feel like that show just always finds a way to like recreate the interest in it. But like I said, you rock with it. If you don't, you don't. But I feel like they always find a way to thing. And it was like a dope reveal in the last episode, and it's like just seeing how that shit gonna play out for these next couple of episodes. It's gonna be very interesting. That's number 1. Number 2, the Dexter, Rebirth. I don't know if you ever watched Dexter, but it was a series.
So I saw 1 episode and it was scary, so I don't do scary.
I was a big fan of Dexter. I feel like, no,
it's scary.
Really, the main character is a serial killer.
Right. I don't do those kind of shows.
No, the main character was a serial killer, but to me, the first 4 seasons of that show was probably the best season of the show. And it was like really great. And then I feel like after that, the seasons, like the quality of the show was just up and down. Obviously, most fans wasn't a big fan of how the show ended. And I think that played in a role with them bringing the show back.
So I tell you, go watch 90 Day Fiance. It's a steady kind of quality you're going to get.
Yeah, but they brought the show back, and it has like these interesting aspects going on. But I was a fan of the original series, and it's a continuation. So obviously, I have to watch that. At number 3, I'm not gonna lie. For the most part, I do watch a couple of shows. I'm gonna link for number 3. I'm gonna link just like these shows together. It's it's like on Wednesdays on NBC. It's like the Chicago series. Chicago
PD. Chicago.
PD,
my mom watched it. Yeah, my mom watched that.
I watched
you old ass lady.
I watched those. So I'm gonna count that because that's how they promote it. It'd be like the Chicago one. I watched all those shows. So Fireman, PD, I watched all those. So I'll put that at my number 3.
Only old ladies watch those things. Okay.
I did mention I do watch the Blacklist, but I would say for the 4th slot. For the fourth slot currently right now, at number 4, Hawkeye, Disney Plus. When MCU drops they shows, it's amongst that's connected to everything I watch it. So I'm currently watching Hawkeye, and Hawkeye, I'm enjoying it. I'll put that at number 4. You got Disney Plus, you can check it out. It's all.
I'm okay.
Have you not watched any of the MCU shows?
No.
They're connected. So
if they came up with a Guardians of the Galaxy one, I would definitely sit there and watch it. But because they don't have one, I don't really care for it.
But yeah,
like my husband really wants me to go watch Spider-Man. I really don't want to do that.
I don't want to watch Spider-Man. Holy shit, Spider-Man is literally about to come out. Is it this Friday or next week?
No, I don't know, but I don't want to watch it.
It might be this Friday. Hold up. Spider-Man is really about to come out.
I don't care. I don't want to watch it. They forced me to go to the second one that came out. Didn't want to go see it. Actually, I went with y'all. I really didn't want to go see it. No, I didn't go with y'all. Why are you going to see Spider-Man?
No, second one. I think second one.
It was.
I didn't go for the second one. I didn't watch the second one in the theater.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, they forced me to go watch the second one, which I really didn't want to do. But hey.
Yep. Spider-Man does come out this Friday.
The only thing I didn't like on your list was Power Book. Other than that, your show list ain't that bad. I think we should make a deal. I think you should watch one episode of 90 Day Fiance.
Okay.
And I will watch one episode of Hawkeye. Deal?
What I'll say is, is it a specific episode you want me to watch, or you want me to watch?
Well, yesterday was the first episode of the new season, so you don't even have to have a backstory of anything because it was literally the first episode.
I'll say, what season is that show currently in?
I don't even know because it's been going on for like 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
But once you watch it, you get the point of it. It's not like you need to. It's not the same people. That's what I'm saying. It's new people. So you just gotta watch the first episode to see.
Once you see the first episode, I'll definitely watch it. I'm pretty sure Dev watches Hawkeye or tunes into the MCU shows on Disney Plus.
Pretty sure he is because that's why they made me pay for the Disney Plus. But I'll watch one episode of Hawkeye if you watch one episode of 90 Day Fiance. But I must warn you, the one episode of 90 Day Fiance is 2 hours. So with that being
but also a quick thing, you watched Black Widow, right?
The movie?
Yes, the movie.
Yes, I like the movie.
There is a connection with the Black Widow movie and the Hawkeye series. There is a connection.
I'm gonna watch one episode. You gonna watch one episode, which is 2 hours. Right.
I'll definitely watch it.
Okay, deal. We'll talk about it next week, guys.
We'll definitely bring it back next week, yes. And with that being said, that's a wrap on this brand new episode of Another Shitty Opinion Podcast. It's your boy John, my co-host Bree, and we are out. Look, thumbnail.
Don't put on.